Let me break it down for you. It's love. What is anger? Anger is it's like a volcano. It clicks you into the zip line of your emotions and lets you ride through them. How to crumble your anger in seconds. I've also received some porn videos because of it, and I've also received some Bible verses because of it. Welcome to this brand new episode of Illkiller's Punditry, the show about spirituality and emotions. Reiki versus aura healing. I have been looking forward to making this video for a very long time. So I have done Reiki 1 and 2 when I was 21 years old. I did aura healing and reading when I was 25, 26. And I have been practicing aura healing and reading ever since. And I dropped Reiki completely after doing that. So yeah, let's dive into why that is. And I just think it's fun to give you a glimpse into the world of energy healing. So Reiki is really one energy and one method of applying that. And aura healing, there you are applying a lot of energies. Every conceivable energy that could be necessary to heal, we can apply with that. But we also remove toxic energy that's just limiting to the person. We help people work through the energy they have. So it's a precision instrument, so to speak, where Reiki is just one energy. And I'm going to dive into that energy a little bit later on. So what do you have to do to become a Reiki practitioner? You go to 2 days of training. And that's it. That's it. So there are other levels you can do, but level 2 is also just 1 day of training. The only prerequisite for that is that there is 3 months between you doing Reiki 1 and Reiki 2. So that's that. Now, how do you become an aura healer? There's a lot more training involved. It's a 2-year program to become an aura healer. And it's not a full-time course, nothing severe like that. But it's a once a week for about 2-3 hours. And that first year, you're learning all the energies, all the techniques, but you're applying them only to yourself. Well, this inspires a lot of personal growth and development. And it's quite hard. It's a tough program to get to. If you really have to handle being completely confronted with every aspect of yourself. So it inspires a lot of growth. That's a very good thing of the program. And then the second year, you are going to apply all the techniques and all the energies you've learned to apply on yourself. And now you're going to apply them on somebody else. So that's a lot more training. Now, one thing that's so very important, and that's also one of the reasons why I hold aura healing in such a high esteem, is whenever you connect with somebody's energy and you notice an issue that's also inside of you, then it's your obligation to triple check if this is your issue or if it's the client's issue. And this ensures a lot of integrity, I feel, within aura healing and reading. So I think that's a very important contribution. So yes, I was quite horrified to find out that there is a 6-week aura practitioner program at the moment. It's circulating here around town. I'm not happy about that at all. Yes, I can acknowledge you can learn a lot of techniques in 6 weeks, but you won't have the personal growth and development, and therefore you won't have the integrity to apply it, well, the way I would like to see it being applied. So if you are interested in doing an aura healing or reading, to receive that from somebody, please check how much training they had. And this is not a weird question, just ask, okay? So another big difference between Reiki and aura healing is that in Reiki you are inspired to worship Dr. Usui, and there is no worship in aura healing and reading. I don't like worshiping anything for that matter. I just don't think we should make certain people more important than others. I don't think that's a valid thing. So, and I also am so bored with the origin story. It's the same origin story for everything. There was a man, he was confused, he walked up a mountain, he meditated, he fasted, and then he had these magical visions and so that's another difference. Just to add this little thing, to be fair, it would be very nice if there were more transparent to where all the aura healing and reading techniques come from, because that's a collection of beliefs, philosophies, techniques from all over the world, from all times. So it would be, and we'd have zero. I've been given zero information of where that's coming from. Some things you recognize, you know, oh, that's from there, but complete transparency about that would be nice. That could definitely be improved, I think. But I also think they maybe do this on purpose, so you are forced to rely on your own experiences and aren't distracted by some sentence you read there. So it might just be their genius, really. Now, bringing it back to the energy, what is Reiki? They call it universal energy. Let me break it down for you. It's love. It's pure light. That's what it is. Now, you could argue that that is the essence of who we are as people. It's the essence of life, of the universe. That's something you could argue, and I agree with that. So I can understand the vision to say, well, if we get the most essential thing and we apply that, that's the most powerful healing tool in the world. And that might very well be true. But love isn't all we are as people. We might be able to experience unconditional love, but our bodies have made us conditional. We are limited. This is our limitation. And especially in healing, it's really important to take that into account. Now, I came across a little message on social media again this week, and it's, again, not to drag anybody, but I thought it was so poignant how this lady had described this. And she said, when you look into the sun, you can't see the shadow. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't mean this in a positive way. It's blinding. Just because you have surrounded yourself completely with love, and it's a fabulous experience, and I'm happy for you. It's not the reality of complete life. Love is blind. It's a saying for a reason. So just ignoring everything else, it's not a sound strategy, especially not in healing. And I want to mention two more things before I wrap up this segment. What I noticed in practicing with both Reiki and aura healing is when I started having clients that practiced Reiki to give them an aura healing, is that their auras were literally blinding. And yes, we have unconditional love in us, but it's not who we are as a person. So it always led to me having to remove a whole lot of that light, and that light was in fact blinding to those people because they thought they were in some perfect blissful state, but they were having problems, but they were still blissful. And then when I removed all of that light, or at least enough so I could see, then I could see the darkness that was hiding beneath it. So the love really worked as a blanket. And yeah, we're just hiding things beneath it. Very, very, very bad strategy. And another thing I noticed is that when love is, it is very logical. Love is a respectful energy. So at the moment you go like, no, I don't want to deal with this. This is hard. Then love says, okay, you don't have to deal with this. And then the love just goes into another direction and you will grow in another direction, while the problem over here that you don't want to deal with keeps festering and festering. And that's my biggest reason for not practicing Reiki anymore. And yes, I will apply love. I think love is a valid technique to work with, energy to work with, and technique. And but there's a time and a place for it. So I've put a little summary together. Let's check it out. So Reiki is one energy, one method, while aura healing is applied with surgical precision. The training for Reiki is a few days, where it's years for aura healing and reading. And if you come across someone that hasn't had years of training, screw them, go to somebody else, okay? There is an aspect of worship in Reiki that's not present in aura healing and reading. And love is a respectful energy, and that's why it won't tackle every problem. How to crumble your anger in seconds. That's a blog I have written a couple of weeks ago, and I've been getting very good response to that. I've also received some porn videos because of it, and I've also received some Bible verses because of it. Yeah, I don't really know what that means, but let's focus on the positive, okay? Anger is a symptom of a wrecking ball hitting our foundation. Now, our foundation consists of 4 pillars. Being able to create safety for yourself. Who and what are you allowing into your life? Being able to relax, letting go of thoughts, emotions, and spiritual conundrums. Being able to manage your health, as in food intake, movement, posture. Being able to manifest your goals, legacy, what are you leaving behind? So those are the 4 pillars. So when we experience that our foundation gets threatened, that's when anger can occur. Now, I mentioned one of the pillars is relaxation. Now, if another pillar gets threatened, the relaxation also goes up. It's like, And what is anger? Anger is, it's like a volcano. So you've never seen an enraged person that was completely relaxed. So that's how we know there's something going on with the foundation when a person is enraged. Now, the exclusion I make in the blog is when you're really in a life or death situation, and that's when you need your anger. That's not what I'm talking about now. So when the anger is usually used as a front, but it's not a conscious front. It's because we feel vulnerable and we are really afraid of being vulnerable. And that's where the anger comes in, and we get to feel powerful and we get to project an image of power as well, instead of a vulnerable and weak image, what is not appreciated amongst humans. Now, if you want to go more in depth on this topic, please check out the blog. It's called How to Crumble Your Anger in Seconds, and it's on various platforms, and you find it on my website, Illkiller.com, under a different title, and there it's called Anger, a Secondary Emotion. So go check that out. Now, what wonderful things did I find on social media this week? My dreams came true. Well, not exactly, but I have images of, it's just perfect. I'm gonna show you. What this means is I'm gonna have to sell a lot of these workshops. So head over to Illkiller.com to check out the Sledgehammer Meditation Workshop. And it was so nice because I had somebody reviewing the workshop this week, And they said, oh, I don't really understand why you call it a sledgehammer meditation workshop. It's more like a surgical precision instrument. And I was like, yeah, that's absolutely true as well. So, and that's all how to deal with your emotions, with the various layers that are hiding beneath each other. The difference between anger and frustration is another topic I discuss in the workshop, and it's just very important information to have. Now, what the workshop really is going to do for you is it clicks you into the zip line of your emotions and lets you ride through them. And you can do this with past emotions, present emotions, and you will know what to do in the future in any emotional situation, big emotions, small emotions. So I think it's the most valuable thing I've ever created. I think it's worth a lot more than I'm asking for it. So yeah, definitely check out the Sledgehammer Meditation Workshop at illkiller.com. And Illkiller.com is all about the mission of emotional evolution. So please share my content, subscribe, become an Illkiller insider so you are the first one to be able to see these episodes. And I'll see you again next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Perfect.